It will be unlike any other. We've begun construction of Phase 2 of our destination, the Hall of Fame Village, powered by Johnson Controls, and we look forward to welcoming you here in Canton, Ohio in the near future.
Oh, you're here. Welcome into the Hall of Fantasy, the HoF Trivia on HQ. It is our football and fantasy themed trivia show sponsored by the Hall of Fantasy League and the Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment Company. All right, that's exciting stuff. I'm Jeff Eisenman. I will be your head coach tonight. Welcome back, all returning players, and welcome in our free agent pickups this week, coming in for the first time. Well, this show is bringing you new trivia formats, new contests, new prizes, and tonight, new winners. I guarantee it. It's time now for Hot Off the Press. All right, let's bring it back to Monday Night Football. This game was over, right? 23-9. Seahawks have the lead. 14-point game. Keep in mind, a lot of sportsbooks had the Seahawks minus 6.5. Richard Rodgers catches that. That makes it an 8-point game. The Eagles go for 2. Carson Wentz looking around. Philly gets this. They still lose the game by 6 points. Those of you that took Seahawks at minus 6.5, that is what we call a bad beat, and I'm incredibly sorry for you. The time is now for the Start Sit Fantasy Pick'em Bowl, brought to you by the Hall of Fantasy League. So you got time to win some money back. The HOFL launches next season, and you'll have the chance starting this spring to buy into one of the teams and become a stakeholder in the first National Fantasy League owned and influenced by the public. Check them out at thehofl.com and the HOF League on Twitter. To remind you of how our pick'em pool works, tonight we'll give you 2 or more players, and you pick the player you think will score more fantasy points that week. If they do, that's a W. Get the most wins by the end of the contest, and you and whoever is left will share a $10,000 grand prize. We got some people still undefeated. Last week we had Rob Gronkowski versus Travis Kelce. I thought some of you were nuts for taking Rob Gronkowski, but Gronk actually had more points in that game. This week we've got Robert Woods and DeAndre Hopkins, 2 of the hottest wide receivers in the NFL right now. All right, we're going to call this on 2. Ready? Hut, hut. Go. All right, who you got? Woods, Hopkins. Who will have more fantasy points this week? I don't have the answer. Time will tell. I don't have a flux capacitor. But let us see. We got DeAndre Hopkins at 64%. That's the bigger name, but Robert Woods has been red hot. They'll go head-to-head in an NFC West battle. Cardinals against the Rams. So look out for that on Sunday, because, again, we got no game tonight. I'm sorry. We got HoF Trivia, though. And it is trivia time right now. I'm going to ask you 10 questions about the NFL in this past week in fantasy football. All questions are powered by our friends at Sport Radar. If you get all questions right, you and whoever is left here, there, everywhere will split the prize pot of $2,500. I know you need to buy your family gifts for the holidays. This is very important right now. You missed those Black Friday, Cyber Mondays sales, I get it. So we're giving you some extra here. Let's get ready for trivia kickoff. Keep this kick in bounds. Do not commit any illegal procedure. And let's go. Q1. Which team plays its home games in the state of Missouri? The Kansas City Chiefs, the Chicago Bears, or the Winnipeg Blue Bombers? Chiefs, Bears, or Blue Bombers? I know you, look, this is a little bit more of a geography question than football. The Bears play in the state of Illinois, which does border the state of Missouri. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, the 2019 Grey Cup champs, they play in Canada. Missouri is a U.S. state. But the Kansas City Chiefs, they play in Missouri. 24,268 of you got that. Winnipeg is in Manitoba for the 1,111 of you who chose the Blue Bombers. I don't know why people, I get why they mess it up all the time. Kansas City, it's in Missouri. Call them the Missouri City Chiefs. That makes life easier. One guy who won some games against the Chiefs, lost some games against the Chiefs, has our guest question, Mike Tannenbaum.
Hi, this is Mike Tannenbaum, ESPN's NFL front office insider, former vice president of the Miami Dolphins and New York Jet general manager. What was my favorite time of the year? It was the draft week. So here's my question. Besides Tom Brady, which NFL quarterback who's currently in the top 10 in NFL passing was not a first round pick? Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson.
Well, Tom Brady was the easy answer there, so Mike's going to make us work for this. What do you got, Mike?
Here's the answer. While Aaron Rodgers almost fell out of the first round, he was the 24th pick of the Green Bay Packers. Patrick Mahomes, he only started one game his rookie year, but he was the 10th pick overall. It was Russell Wilson. He fell all the way to the third round, where the Seattle Seahawks were fortunate enough to draft him. Congratulations to all of you who got in.
That's right, Russell Wilson. Which of these players put up a 50-point fantasy game? All three put up big games. But who had the best? Will Fuller had a huge Thanksgiving game, and Derrick Henry ran over a great Indianapolis defense with 178 yards and 3 touchdowns. But it was Tyreek Hill, who had 200 unnatural performance. They tested him after the game, and he was positive for PEDs, so now he's suspended. Julian know this? He's married to Jody Turner. We're going to have a tough time getting to Canton if they have any chance. Took a half off from passes. The Broncos won the second half, 69. Most consecutive losing seasons. awesome cream. Get hydrated, sometimes dance it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Christmas Benny Malone, Dolphins jersey, Jark Clonus, that's Charlie Fry for Heisman, AJ Owen 88, a chef Jew, because Juju Smith-Schuster, he loves to cook. Over to Q6. What? Walter Payton or Jim Brown? United, Payton, Brown. 3 legends in pro history. Sweetness. Guys have on their jersey. 7th. Good luck, Matt Nagy. Q7. Badges. Title. Tony Romo is 8th all time, but he never held that title. Sack! Take it down! The Deshaun Watson answers! This is one of the most accurate, efficient quarterbacks in NFL history. I know he's young, but he's accomplished a lot. Look, Tony Romo will be an answer next year, the year after. I don't think he's coming back. He's done. A lot of money. Q8. Which of these QBs has scored the most fantasy points this season? Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, or Kyler Murray. These are really good football players this year. Not only that, they have the most points in fantasy, not just quarterbacks, everyone this year. These 3 quarterbacks lead the entire fantasy pack and the MVP race. Kyler has spent the last few weeks ahead, but after a lackluster game against the Pats, he is still narrowly the top player. 4,460. You're not getting tripped up, hanging in there with that. Mahomes is right on Kyler's tail, and Russ is still within striking distance. Q9. What team has 2 of the top 3 leaders? Hall of Famer someday. But he might not be the best Watt in the family anymore. Steelers defensive players TJ Watt and Vince Williams joined Roquan Smith in the top 3 in stopping ball carriers behind the line of scrimmage this year. So Steelers is your answer. 3,522 of you taking note. TJ is now the league leader in tackles for a loss. Is it time J.J. Watt thinks about joining his 2 brothers in Pittsburgh in years to come? I'm sorry to Texans fans if you're mad at me, but someone had to say it. All right, some of you headed down for this final question. Remember, we've got holiday gift money on the line. I know you need to get this question right to add to those gifts that you have waited to the last minute to get. I'm going to say the same thing last week, and I probably will be waiting the last minute myself. Q10. Which of these players led the NFL in catches the greatest number of times? Jerry Rice, Marvin Harrison, or Wes Welker? All right, Rice, Harrison, or Welker. These guys had stick 'em on their hands. And Jerry Rice, he's the GOAT, maybe the greatest player of all time. But he only led the league in catches twice, which is equal to that of Marvin Harrison, Shannon Sharpe, Herman Moore, Antonio Brown, and Larry Fitzgerald. But over the last half century, the only three-time leader in receptions is Wes Welker. Who saw that coming? Well, I'll tell you, 1,081 of you, everyone else was sacked with Rice and Harrison. It is Wes Welker. I'm sorry to the Patriots fans out there, though, because that's not going to make him catch that ball in Super Bowl 46. He dropped that. Those of you who didn't drop the ball today are our winners in Hall of Trivia, hauling in a split pot of $2,500. Let's see what we got. Kyle, I will assume that's Anderson DLS5 151. How about Jelly 636 coming through? C. Sharia, I saw the jersey, and then you win? What a day, 231. You're taking home. Emma Lloyd, take it down. Faya, Senger, Nick Cooper, you pulled through, 232. Catherine, don't see where it goes after that, but Catherine, you know who you are, who won. Congratulations, Caradale. Congrats to everyone who won, especially listen, if you won before, that's great, but how about our new winners coming through? Rookies getting it done. You did not succumb to the pressure like Carson Wentz. You ran through it like Derrick Henry. Thanks so much for playing with us, and we hope to see you again soon. Like, how about next week? Because we play Hall of Trivia right now.